I'm like, what the heck? So I get there and I'm like, okay. He goes, well, I got it all together. I got all the infection out. And I'm thinking, okay, they got that over with. Now what else you gonna do to me? So they're getting glue because since this has been going on, I've developed all these different allergies. So they can't really sew me because I'm allergic to the kind of thread that they use. And I don't know if it's called thread. I don't know what it is. But whatever it is they use to sew you up, I've developed an allergy to that. So they glue me. So I have this scar going all the way across here. Because now I no longer have a nipple. I just got a scar going across here. And they're like, well, we got it all out. You're going to be okay. You didn't spike a temperature. And hopefully you won't spike a temperature when you leave out. Mind you, I'm still awake. They haven't given me a sedative. They didn't even give me nothing to calm my nerves. I was totally wide awake, like I am right now, just wide awake. So I get up. The nurse helps me get dressed. One of my coworkers, as I'm walking out of the office, runs into me. And when I say runs into me, I mean literally he almost knocked me down. I didn't just have surgery. He almost ripped my stitches, ripped my open. So he grabs me and he's like, girl, I'm so sorry. He goes, but I was looking for you. He goes, you know, your mom and your son is looking for you. And I was like, they shouldn't be. They should be waiting in the surgery, And he was like, no, your mom is walking around here tripping. And I was like, oh, wow. So he brings me to my mom and my son. My mama hugs me, and I was like, Mom, wait. I just had surgery. You can't be doing none of that. None of that. And she's like, what do you mean you just had surgery? I said, well, they said that if they didn't take it out right then and there, I might not make it. So they took it out. She goes, well, where at? I said, in some office that was in the back of the office. And she was like, what? I said, yeah. She goes, you not sleepy? I said, from what? They didn't give me nothing. She said, what? She goes, you been wide awake? I said, yeah, and I need a drink. I need a drink. So my son is hugging me. My son is like, oh my God, Mom, are you okay? And I was like, once my mind stops reeling, okay, I might be okay. But right now, no. No, I'm not okay. So they get me home, and I'm thinking, wow, the things I've been through, the things I've had to experience, just trying to survive is amazing. Sorry, I got stuff that keeps popping up and only popping up because I'm doing a video. But to get back on this body dysmorphia, but I need to put on my glasses to read the stuff. So I want to make sure that, oh yeah, that's much better. I can actually see. Um, for me personally, my experience with this, it's been worrying about what I look like or what I think people see when they see me. Because when I go to have my chemo and I go into the office, or when I have my blood work, you know, you're sitting in the waiting room and you're looking at people that are in there doing the same thing you're doing. You know, they're either waiting for blood work or they're waiting to have chemo. Or they're waiting to have some kind of infusion because whatever their journey is, that's what is going on with them. So for most of the people, when you look at them, or when I look at them, because I know what they're going through because we walk in the same road. When I see their dark circles, I'm thinking, ooh, you're really having a hard time. Because some of them are really thin. Some of them are really sad, depressed, while others are not so sad, not so depressed, or they're not giving off that image. For me, I try to make sure that when I have a treatment or it's blood work or I have to have the bone infusion, and the bone infusion is so that the pills that I take every day, the Ibrance, doesn't make my bones break because that's one of the side effects. Anyway, when I see them, I see the horror, and it's kind of traumatizing, and it gives me anxiety. So every time I go to an appointment, my blood pressure is always high, especially like if we've had to look for parking spaces. And I go to Kaiser. I don't know if y'all know about Kaiser, but for me, they've been my cancer journey. Kaiser. Well, my second cancer journey. As a kid, I was going to Sutter. But for me as an adult and dealing with breast cancer, it's been Kaiser. And I feel like I'm here because Kaiser has everything. You can go see your eyes. You can go see, your ear, nose, throat. You have x-rays, MRIs, PET scans, CAT scans, whatever it is you need except for dentistry. You got it. All in one spot. You ain't got to go and get an approval because to go somewhere that's on another side of the town, or to go somewhere where you've never been because, the doctor that you go to doesn't do what you need. For me, it's one-stop shop. You go park one spot, and you can go to the pharmacy, go get your eyes done, go to your appointment, x-rays, etc. Go get flu shots, all in one spot. I mean, you might have to do a little walking because not everything's on the same floor, but it's still in one building. But for me, it's like, I live in Sacramento, so I go to Roseville. So the Kaiser there, it's the hospital's like in the middle, and then you have the offices either here, and then emergencies over in this building. So it's 3 different buildings, but they're all next to each other. And you can actually walk all of the buildings. It's a hell of a walk, but you can walk it. It gets done every day. But for me, it just makes it easier. It's just one stop thing. Now that I've digressed, let me get back onto body dysmorphic disorder. Says the basic symptoms are frequent examination of appearance in the mirror. So I look in the mirror. Well, I don't look in the mirror. It's constantly comparing your appearance with others. I do that when I'm in the waiting room because I'm thinking, y'all haven't figured out how to eat and be able to keep eating. I figured out what I need to do to not look like that. No, I still puke. I just don't puke like I was doing when I first got sick. And plus, they've lowered my medicine, so now I can actually tolerate it. And I'm actually able to utilize and take my medicine the way I'm supposed to versus being so sick that I can't take it, or I take it and I just throw it up, because that's what I was doing at first. It's seeking dermatological treatment or cosmetic surgery. Now, I ain't trying to have no surgery because I've had enough of that shit. But I have bought all this Olay, Regenerous, Vitamin C, collagen, you name it. I didn't. I here recently picked it up. Um, I've been avoiding social events like, you know, I don't go see my mom like I'm supposed to, like I should. Um, I don't really go places like how I was going. And I do seek verbal reassurance that, you know, hey, I'm not looking sick today, am I? Or hey, how do I look today? Whereas before, I've never really cared what you thought about how I look. I don't care. It is what it is. But since these dark circles, now I'd be like, do I look sick today? How you think I look? How you think I feel? Can you see how I feel today? And it's kind of hard for me because that's putting a whole lot of pressure on someone who already is carrying the world on their shoulders. And that's how I feel. I'm carrying the world on my shoulders. Um, Excessive grooming. I ain't doing no grooming at all, hardly. And for the past month or so, I haven't even got my hair done. I'm walking around here looking like, child. Um, Restricted eating. Mm, sort of. Like I might eat once. Even though I know I'm supposed to have breakfast. I know I'm supposed to have fruit. I know I'm supposed to have protein. And I did figure out that a high protein diet is beneficial for me. Because for me, the protein, when I do eat, it helps me to keep it down. Or if I do throw up, I don't throw up so violently. Um, Anxiety? Child. My anxiety is off the hook. There are some days I wake up and that's all I feel is anxiety. I'm anxious at everything. Everything. Eating something, I'm anxious. If I go let the dog out, I'm anxious. If she's not listening, I'm anxious. Um, Depression. For me, the depression has been not grooming myself the way I normally would. Um, Forgetting to put on lotion. And that's not something I do. I'm that person who uses body oil, uses a body cream, and uses a lotion because I like to layer. But since this mess and these dark circles, I'm a lotion, but I ain't doing all that extra. And as far as compulsive behavior, I've always been a little OCD, but now the slightest little thing I see on the floor and I have anxiety up to here. Up to here. Sorry, I have heartburn, which is another thing. This medicine makes me have hella heartburn. Um, the last thing on this list, it says body image. My body's changed in ways I didn't think that it was going to change. Like, I used to be really full on both sides. Now I'm barely a C. And one of the things was when I got my uh, implant, the doctor didn't have one that was the same size as this side. So when he put the implant over here, this side, of course, was bigger. But then over time, this side was like, if they ain't acting right, why I gotta act right? So now this side has matched this side. And where I used to stand up, now I'm laying down. Child. I didn't think I was gonna ever say that or see that. And then as far as gaining weight, I'm the same weight I have been since my beginning journey when I first started gaining weight because when I first got breast cancer in '05, It was, I need you to lay down for 90 days. Oh, well, now that you've had this surgery, now I need you to rest for 60 days. Or I need you to rest for 6 months here. Or I need you to not do this for this amount of months. So then I started, my eating habits never changed. But they made me sit down because I was never one to sit down. Even though I had a disability, never sat down. I was always going somewhere. I had a kid that was in band. I had a kid that was in football, wrestling. He was in track. The other one was in football and track. So I was always having to go take somebody here, go take somebody over there, go get this person a ride, go get this person a ride, go get this person a ride, after working a 12-hour shift. So it was none of that. But after going through this, it made me sit down. It did. It made me sit down. And then this last summer, finding out I had asthma, how do you become 57 years old? 57 now, y'all. 57. Now you got asthma? How the hell do you get asthma? But I got asthma. There goes this bullshit. I'm tethered to this crap. So, having this, and then the breast cancer had metastasized where it was in my lungs, it was on my kidney, my liver, my left hip. Oh, and this shoulder. So, the last time I had a PET scan, none of the lesions that they saw were there, except for they had some, I was light in my throat. So they had me thinking, shit, now they gonna tell me I got some bullshit in my throat. I was like, wow, thank you. I needed that. But then it turned out to be that I have heartburn, which I could have told him that. I had heartburn the day he was putting that thing down my nose. I was going, hold on, wait. Let me burp first. I gotta burp. Hold up, I gotta burp. You might want to back up. I don't know how it's gonna be. It might not be pretty, but I gotta burp. Now for them, they think I'm funny. I'm not funny. I'm just telling you the real and how realistic this craziness is. Now, as far as complications are depression, abnormal thoughts, substance misuse. I ain't got none of that. I got enough medicine to make me loopy. I don't need no extra. Anxiety, child. I got that. Obsessive compulsive. So how my bed sits, it makes it so that I look straight into my bathroom. So if my toilet is dirty, I'm going to obsess until I clean the toilet. And then I'm going to get to the point where I clean it every time I use it. And then every time someone uses it, I go behind them and I clean it. I've been ridiculous like that. Eating disorder. I mean, I eat. I mean, as you can see, I ain't missing no meals. But the problem is that I'm not able to be as active because I can't breathe. Do you know how much energy it takes just to move? Do you know how much energy it takes to look under your bed? If I look under my bed to get shoes, I'm so winded I need to lay down. And at first I thought it was because I was fat. But y'all know, I can't breathe. And do you know how much energy it takes to brush your teeth? Child. The breathing it takes to brush your teeth. I didn't even realize how much breathing it takes to brush your teeth, to wash your face, to put on lotion. I'd be exhausted every time I take a bath. I'm exhausted. Hell, I'm exhausted turning on the water just to lean across the tub to turn the water on. to pull the faucet out. It takes energy. I feel like half the time I don't got. And then, what is this? Embarrassment. Honestly, I ain't embarrassed about shit. It is what a TI is. Low self-esteem. I want to say for the first time in my life, I feel that. Because I feel like I've always been able to not look like how I feel. Always. It's never shown in my face. You know, now I have all these spots from where they give me this medicine that makes me itch, it makes me break out. And I'm just like, you're choosing one devil for the other devil. The hell? And then social isolation. Yeah, I feel a victim to that. I don't even go in my living room. Most of the time I'm in my room like I am right now, in my room, sitting on my bed, watching TV. Just trying to make it through the day. Excuse me. I had some pizza a little while ago and that pepperoni is talking to me and not talking nice. But for me, this has been eye-opening, eye-closing. I wanted to punch you out. And it's been very emotional because I find myself, I used to be that person that if I cried, it was because I'm about to fight you. And I knew that if I fought you, I might go to jail. Because if I fight you, I'm not going to stop. Just saying. Now when I cry, it's because I'm so damn emotional. I'm so anxious that it's like I'm releasing the things that I think I'm fed up about. Like this. And being stage 4. It's like it wasn't enough I had bone cancer. It wasn't enough I had breast cancer.